and Falcons for Friday Night Football tonight. More details on that game at halftime, and more details on the Panthers' 27-point victory over the Bills yesterday in Buffalo. Very, very interesting game there. If the 49ers lose this game, they are out of playoff contention as of today. Now, they do not have Jimmy Garoppolo, they do not have Deebo Samuel, and they do not have George Kittle, as those guys all went to Detroit. But we're going to head out, and the backup will actually take over here in San Francisco because of Jimmy G, Kittle, and Samuel going to Detroit. Here we go from Allegiant Stadium, and here's the return for San Francisco, and it's going to be San Francisco's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 31.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
I don't know, check Classroom. I'm not responding to comments like that on here. It's a sports game. Not stuff about that right now. So, Bethard, however you say this dude's last name. Here he goes. Pass is caught, and he's brought down at the 36.
Beathard's pass. Complete to Jerick McKinnon. It's a gain of 5.
So we have seen teams go on the road and find a way to win. They did that yesterday. When the Panthers put up a 27-point victory against the Bills in Buffalo. And, unfortunately, in the undefeated teams game, we did not see that. And what a catch. A 32-yard reception for Reed. Raiders in a good spot for the playoffs, 4-1-1. San Francisco is 1-5. The only game won was Jimmy G's last game as a 49er, and that's incomplete in the back of the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Bethard looking, fires, it is intercepted.
Trayvon Mullen. Beathard's pass intercepted.
So the Raiders will take it back the other way, and Derek Carr goes to work.
22-yard line.
And what a season he's had so far. Looking to make a playoff run, and dropped at the 23, so just a gain of 1. That's Richard.
The ball carrier. Eric Armstead brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Vegas fires, it's caught, and only gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Complete to Darren Waller.
Here's Carr, 3rd down and 9. Quick 3 and out for them could happen. Over the middle, Nelson Aguilar pulls it in, and that's caught. So it avoids a 3 and out.
Nelson Aguilar. That's good for a Las Vegas.
In real life, not so hot the wild card round against the Bengals, but in this game, so far off to a good start as that's in the double coverage and incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
So on San Francisco's first drive, they throw a costly interception, and that's tipped into the air and incomplete, so it'll go down to 3rd down and 10.
Intended for Nelson Aguilar.
And Raiders have the ball, but however, they face a 3rd down and 10. That's caught by Waller. And takes it at least into field goal range, but they do have the 1st down, so they won't be kicking the field goal just yet. They are in range, though, if they shall need to. Fires for Richard, he has it, and a 1st down, too.
That's good for another First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Carr fires, incomplete. Probably could have had a touchdown there.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the ground, Josh Jacobs to the 17, 3rd down and 2.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 8.
Trying to avoid a field goal attempt, and that is caught for a 1st down, so they continue the drive, and they have a better chance to score a touchdown.
That's good for a Las Vegas.
So far, no score here in this first, and it kind of flew by fast. Ever since Raiders got in command of the ball, they took the ball with 8:19 left in the quarter and almost threw a costly interception there, giving it back to the 49ers. But they've had the ball since 8:19 here in the first quarter, and they're moving it pretty well. Here's Jacobs, taken down at the 8, 3rd down and 6.
Solomon Thomas made the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Carr takes it himself. End zone touchdown. 4 minutes even on the clock to go in the opening quarter. And Carr gets it into the end zone for a touchdown. Watch this amazing run by him. Backs up a little bit, then finally turns around, and multiple defenders there, and the defender actually pushes him into the end zone. So here's Carlson on for the point after. That kick is good.
The kick is good.
So finally we see the home team score first in a game. Yesterday the Panthers scored first against the Bills, and the Bills never led in that game, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that at halftime, along with details about tonight's game. So 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
With 3:56 go in the quarter, the last time they had the ball was with 8:19, and that is when they threw the interception to the Raiders.
Raheem Mostert, the 49er ball carrier, brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5, firing up the middle, it's caught. How about that catch?
Beathard's pass
by Reed.
To Jordan Reed. A 28-yard gain. 1st down, San Francisco.
Fires, it's incomplete, intended for Ayuk.
Beathard's pass, intended for Brandon Ayuk. It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 37. Firing, it's caught, and he's brought down at the 32. So 3rd down and 5, and if they don't get the 1st down, at least that field goal is a little closer.
And it's 3rd down.
Here he goes. The fires incomplete. It's tipped in off the back of a offensive lineman onto the ground, and 2:21. The field goal unit's going to come out onto the field and try to put San Francisco on the board with a 49-yard attempt. Here's Gold on for the field goal attempt. The kick is right down the middle and good.
The kick is good. Makes the score.
So 7-3 Raiders now. And really no point in going to a quick break because the quarter's about to end as Richard fumbles it on the return, but the Raiders recover it and get it all the way to the 46-yard line.
By the receiving team.
They fumbled it. A Raider is able to scoop it up and continue the return and got it to the 46, and now 2nd down and 11 as he lost a yard as Bosa brought him down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Derek Carr and the Raiders on their first drive. They started the drive with 8:19 to go in the quarter, and they scored with 4 minutes to go and continue to lead here by 4 points. Carr looking, open receiver, no, it's incomplete. Well, he was open, he was just unable to make the catch. 4th and 4. Looks like they're gonna go for it. And did he get it? Oh, they're saying no. But the Raiders want to take a look at it. Right now, it is San Francisco's football. And it will remain San Francisco's football with 66 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And you can kind of hear what the Raiders fans think of that. You heard the boos if you listened real closely. Meanwhile, quick pass, and it's caught at the 48, so gain of 3.
Complete to Jerick McKinnon. It's a pickup of 3.
So Raiders are still leading by 4, but that could end on this drive unless if Raiders make a stop. 3rd down and 4. Got to get a stop here if you want to get the ball back and try to score more points. Here we go. 3rd down and 4. He's going to get sacked. And San Francisco uses a timeout with 3 seconds to go.
A loss of 9 yards.
Or 2 seconds to go, actually. And that will bring us to the end of the first after he punts it and it's returned. Decided to get the punt away before we had to break, and it does so. 1st and 10 from their own 22 when we come back. 7-3, Raiders lead it after 1 here at home. Welcome back to the NFL here on YouTube TV network. 1st and 10 from their own 22, Raiders football as we start the second. As San Francisco had to punt it after getting it on a turnover on downs after it was called that the Raiders were just shy of the 1st down. Carr, and he's going to get sacked.
Derek Carr sacked.
3rd down and 19.
A loss of 13 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
You got to find an open receiver here. Going for him. It is caught. He pushes off and takes it inside the just past midfield at the 47. So Waller keeps the drive alive. It was 2nd and 19. Or 3rd and 19, excuse me. And Carr now. Now, a couple weeks ago, they did lose Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs decided to go to New Orleans and play for the Saints. And Henry Ruggs got to play in the best record game against the Jets, which the Saints managed a comeback win against the Jets in that game. And if the Raiders keep doing a nice job, we may see another Raiders touchdown here. Josh Jacobs trying to spin away, and he can't. He only gets a gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
For Aguilar, he can't quite get in. Stop just shy at the 1.
That's good for a Las Vegas Vegas.
I think at this point you just hand the ball off.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
And the Raiders have had the ball for almost 5 minutes now. Jacobs into the end zone for the score.
Josh Jacobs.
6:25 to go until halftime, and
Las Vegas.
they've had the ball since the quarter started. And now a touchdown
Daniel Carlson on for the point after.
as Carlson's on for the point after. That kick is good.
The kick is good.
Now we are actually calling this game from Mercedes-Benz Stadium because that's where Friday Night Football is.
49ers 3.
Not in real life, by the way, for those of you who get confused easily. We're not actually at the stadium. But we are calling this from Mercedes-Benz Stadium because that's where Friday Night Football is tonight, and realistically you wouldn't be able to travel from Las Vegas in time.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard
Especially because
line.
Friday Night Football is supposed to start in less than 3 hours. Okay, so now 1st and 10 for the Niners over the middle. That is caught, and no, it's incomplete.
Beathard's pass intended for Jordan Reed.
And after this play, they said they're going to send in their backup, which is David Blau. He came over. Or not David Blau, Mitchell Trubisky. David Blau did come over from the Lions when the Lions traded for Jimmy Garoppolo. But after this play,
It's 2nd down and 10.
Trubisky's going to come in, and
Jerick McKinnon.
nice
the
rush
Niner
there.
ball
3rd down and 3. Here's
carrier.
Trubisky.
Nick Kwiatkowski there on the tackle. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And Trubisky said he likes it here in California than he did in Chicago, and that's incomplete. 4th down and 3. He did spend some of his season in Chicago, though.
Mitch Wishnowsky in
But
punt
Nick
formation
Foles has
for
got
the
that
49ers.
covered as Wishnowsky punts for the first time in this game. And with 5:34
Raiders take over 1st and 10.
to go, the Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 39, and we're back in 30 seconds. All right, welcome back as the snap comes off just as we get back, and that's going to be 2nd down and
Pass
inches.
complete to Tyrell Williams. 10
Caught
yards
by
on the
Williams.
pickup. It's 2nd and inches at their 48-yard line.
Jacobs spinning. He escapes. It's going to be a touchdown for the Raiders.
Josh Jacobs.
52-yard touchdown, 4:56 to go. It didn't take them long to score on this drive.
Daniel Carlson on for the point after.
Carlson on for the point after to make it 21-3 in an 18-point game, and he does.
The kick is good. Makes the score Raiders 21, 49ers 3. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders. Richie James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Trubisky. Oh, over the middle, incomplete, but a flag on the play. And it is offensive holding. So that is actually going to hurt the 49ers more than it's going to help them. And Trubisky said hopefully he can help the Niners win their final game so they have a better shot at the playoffs. Back to his own end zone, fires. That is caught. So from 1st and 18 to 2nd and 10, so they got a gain of 8 on that play. And he said he's simply just trying to make a comeback happen in this one when our sideline reporter spoke to him after the failed 3rd down conversion last time, which led to the Wisnowski punt.
1st down, 49ers.
And how about that? Trubisky on back-to-back completed passes after his first pass going 0 for 1. He's now 3 for 4.
And a 49er 1st down.
Oh, make that 3 for 5 now, as that one falls incomplete.
Intended for Jerick McKinnon. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
A start to the 31.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier. Nick Kwiatkowski.
They are in scoring range for the first time in a while.
Yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
1st down, San Francisco fires, and it's incomplete, so he's 3 for 6 now. We'll have to see if he can get back on a positive note here.
Damon Arnett on the coverage.
Trubisky going for Hughes-Jack, the fullback. And Hughes-Jack goes for it, but comes up just shy, so it'll be 3rd down and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up.
And Trubisky said he didn't come all this way for a lousy field goal. And looks like he's going to unfortunately get that.
Mitchell Trubisky sacked. A loss of 7 yards.
And time will pause for now because it's the 2-minute warning. The coach has told him, keep the offense out there and go for it. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Trubisky firing, pass is incomplete. And that, unfortunately, will cost him as Derek Carr takes over with 1:55 to play in the first half. So now if you're the 49ers defense, you get the turnover on downs. Now is where you want to stop the Raiders before they stretch that lead out even more. I mean, that was, and you'll learn more about it at halftime, but that was the problem with Buffalo yesterday. At home, and that's tipped and intercepted. So it's going back the other way.
Intercepted by the 49ers.
So,
Take over 1st and 10.
2-play interception. And Trubisky has a shot now from midfield. Unfortunately, not as in good of range as he was, and he has to get rid of that, and that's going to fall incomplete. He had to get rid of it because he had multiple defenders back there. And gets it to the 47. 3rd down and 7. And he said, we need to get this 1st down. We can make this comeback happen if his receiver wouldn't do stuff like that. I mean, he's 4 for 10 now because of stuff like that. His receivers got to get it going. They're pretending like they don't know what they're doing. Oh, here he goes. 4 for 10. Fires one deep. It is caught. Ayuk takes it all the way to the 10. 1st and goal. So that turned into a nice play there. Trubisky going for Reed, who gets to the 3. And they use a timeout with 34 seconds to go until half. And this is good for the Niners. If they can get a touchdown here and make it an 11-point game, this will build their confidence coming out for the second half. But if they fail to get a touchdown here, that could make things worse. Back of the end zone, he dropped it. 29 seconds. And the coach has said if they don't get it this time, take the field goal, because some points is better than no points. Fires for Reed, who's open for the touchdown.
Trubisky's pass complete to Jordan Reed. Touchdown, San
So
Francisco.
26 seconds to go in the second. And Trubisky leads the Niners to their first touchdown of the game.
Gold lining up for the point after.
Still a two-possession game, though, as Gold's kick is good to make it 21-10.
The kick is good. Makes the score.
And Raiders will get the ball
21,
back.
49ers 10.
And I expect them to just do a couple running plays and send it to half. I don't really expect them to do much of anything else. I'd like to see if the Niners could get this comeback win, because if they can, they need it. They really need it.
The Raiders take over first.
This will be bad for them if they don't get it, because they'll be eliminated from playoff contention. And Trubisky knows this too. So he's telling his defense well, he'll probably talk to his defense, and same with the coach at half, and he'll probably tell them, guys, we got to stop these guys. One more snap before half. He gets it off. And we have reached halftime.
That's the end of the first half, with the score Raiders 21, 49ers 10.
So at the half, Cam Newton, in his first season back on the Panthers, leads the Panthers to a 30-3 victory over the Bills in Buffalo. Here's how it happened. First quarter, Newton fires a pass. It is caught. They go up early with a touchdown, 7-0. The Bills take it down the field. Bass could not make it because of the snowy conditions and it being a 50-yarder. So 7-0. Then back down the field, Newton fires on third down, but it's incomplete, so they kick the field goal 10-0. Third down pass from Prescott, incomplete. So a field goal, 10-3. That was your score. No, it was not, actually. What the heck am I saying? Then the Panthers take it back down the field, kick a field goal, make it 13-3 at half. First drive out of the locker room. Panthers down the field, touchdown, and that makes it 20-3. Next drive after a turnover by Buffalo, takes it down, fires on third down and 10, and it falls incomplete. So they kick a field goal, 23-3. Then late in the fourth quarter, with about a minute, or not the fourth quarter, a minute 6 to go in the third quarter, they fire, and it's caught for a touchdown. And that would be the last time they score, because nobody scored in the fourth quarter. And that is what that victory was. Now tonight at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, we got the 6-0 Chiefs taking on the 4-2 Falcons, so that will be an interesting game. But for now, we get back to this game, as one team's playoff hopes could come to an end today if they don't win. And very true with that statement there, as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Unfortunately for the Raiders, or for the 49ers, they're not going to get the ball to start the second half. The Raiders are. But they could make some defensive stops and try to get back into this contest. The Cincinnati Bengals did it against the Chiefs in real life. So could the 49ers.
26-yard line.
Alright, so 1st and 10 from their own 26 is where Carr is going to start this drive. And hands it off to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs is on the run. And they stop him shy of a first.
Number 28,
2nd and 1. Probably should have let them get the first because they're most likely going to get it here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Carr makes the handoff, steps back, fires one down the field. It is in. Get it? No, it's caught one-handed at the 20 by Waller. And you cannot allow big plays like that downfield. If you can hold them to a field goal, then you can tie it with 2 touchdowns. If you are the 49ers, as there's a bat down. But if you allow another touchdown, that's just yet another possession you're down. You really got to start to get stops, as here's Carr running from the defenders who all sack him back at the 30. 3rd down and 20.
A loss of 10 yards on the play.
And more than likely, this is going to be a field goal attempt. Oh, it's incomplete. He tried to get it to Richard. And with 8:18 to go in the 3rd, the Raiders will attempt a 47-yard kick from Carlson. And because of the defense coming out with a sack, it's from the 30 instead of the 20, and that is good. So 24-10. Still a 2-possession game, but good news for the Niners is they're getting the ball back. So I think it'd be great if you took it down the field and scored a touchdown. Yeah, but keep in mind, when you do get that touchdown and make it 24-17, you got to come up with stops like you did there. Maybe force them to a field goal, it really depends, but when you come up with those stops too, you really got to make plays on the ball. You can't just throw several incomplete passes in a row. It's really, you have to keep that momentum up and keep scoring and stuff. Very true. Here's Trubisky. He knows his team could be eliminated from playoff contention today. As
the tackle made by Jeff Heath. A gain of 16 yards. First down,
everyone except for the Rams is struggling in his conference. Now keep in mind, just because they have a bad record does not mean that they won't make the playoffs, because in reality, as there's a first down, in reality, if the whole conference is doing bad, but you can at least get back into contention somehow, then you could still make the playoffs. Like, for right now, we go to his conference standings in the NFC West. The Rams are 4-2, Seahawks are 2-4, Cardinals are 2-4, the Niners are 1-5. But because the Seahawks and Cardinals are 2-4, they still technically have a shot at the playoffs. They could be one of those 14 teams in. You just never knows. So yeah, even a 2-4 or 1-5 team can make it currently. But you still want to make sure you have the best record heading into the playoffs, as there's a big completion. And like I said, Trubisky knows it's go time for his team. They really have to get this comeback going, because if they don't, they could be heading home after week 12 instead of returning home to play in their stadium or not in their stadium. Well, it depends. Really depends. They could play in their stadium, they couldn't. Because we're doing the college format, so they really go to different stadiums. Moral of the story, get the touchdown here at all costs. There it is! How about that? They forced the Raiders to a field goal, and they've had the ball since 8 minutes and 10 seconds, and with 5:34 to go in the 3rd, they get a much-needed touchdown. And now here's what you do. You kick this extra point, you kick the ball off, and you make another defensive stop like you did, and then you can tie the game up next time with another touchdown and extra point. 5 for 5 on that drive for Trubisky. He's doing so much better than here than he was on the Bears. So he's probably glad he let Nick Foles take over. But keep in mind, while he may be glad he let Nick Foles take over, the Bears are doing good in the NFC North. The Bears are in 2nd place at 4-2. So, I mean, he could have had potential to win a ring with the Bears, but that went away when he decided to go to the Niners. Like we were saying, get a defensive stop. Here's Josh Jacobs spinning, and he lands on his knee. So the defender is credited with a stop, even though he did not get him his whole body on the ground. He just made it to where the receiver got tripped. Carr, Aaron one out. Can it be picked off? It is! Picked off by the Niners. 4:52 to go in the third, and the Niners might be able to save their season. Still got one more quarter to go, though, so even if you do save your season here in the third, that could not happen in the fourth. Oh, not Garoppolo. Garoppolo is now technically a Lion. Trubisky is sacked, though, 2nd and 19. So that's not what you want to start the drive, especially because now you're in your own end zone. Trubisky rolls out, fires a pass to Ayuk, who catches it. What a nice play. The Niners are on fire. The Raiders might be going home with their heads hanging, even though they're not winning any trophies or anything in this game, because this is just a regular season game, but they thought they really had this one put away when they were up 21-3. And Ayuk couldn't make the play, and the defense couldn't pick him off either. Like I said, the Raiders really thought they had this one put away, and the Niners so far are saying nope. As they score before halftime, make it 21-10. Coming out of the locker room, Raiders make it 24-10. Then the Niners score a touchdown, make it 24-17. Then they pick them off, and currently that's where we're at right now. Will they score? As that was too far from McKinnon. Now keep in mind, we're still at a point in the game where they could take a lousy field goal if they really needed to, and be down by 4 instead of getting no points and being down by 7. And big play for the end zone, and it's incomplete. He dropped it at the last minute. That would have been big if those two would have connected. Raiders fans, you might be asked if you're okay tomorrow if the Niners can make this comeback happen. That's incomplete. 4th down and 10, and they are sending out Gold to make it a 4-point game. Can he do it? Oh, they ran into the kicker technically, and that is good though with 2:26 to go. So instead of getting no points, they decide to take the field goal, make it a 4-point game, and maybe they can come up with a defensive play. And John Gruden, he announced that at the end of next season, he will be resigning as head coach for some reason. And Henry Ruggs said that after next season, next Winter League season, he might be retiring. So, not the case in IRL, but so he'll probably retire as a New Orleans Saint. And John Gruden could possibly retire a champion if he can hold off the Niners here, as the Niners are looking fire in this game. 2 drives in a row in this half where they've scored. 3 drives in a row where they scored, if you count last half, as look at that tackle. Almost said sack. 3rd down and 8. And the Raiders, man,
makes it 3rd and 8.
We've seen comebacks like this happen, though, against the Chiefs. The Raiders were ahead. Chiefs came back, tied it at 42, then turned around, kicked a game-winning field goal, and is picked off again by the Niners.
Intercepted by the
So this time, a field goal does them no good, but they could take it and be down by 1 instead of getting no points, if that is the case. But I think now they're expecting a touchdown. Go ahead and make this a 3-point game. Make it to where if the Raiders can't get a touchdown, they're going to have to kick a field goal to tie it up and send it to overtime. As Gruden, you can see, he's not very happy. He's like, guys, what happened? You were up 24-10. Now you're literally up by 4 points. And he was praising his team in the locker room at halftime, but oh, that was almost intercepted. But I don't think he's praising them right now. 3rd down and 2. Could they stop the Niners here? And no, they can't. Niners get the 1st down. Nice defensive plays by the Niners, and they're currently securing a chance at a comeback here. Big play for Ayuk. There's a flag on the play. Hopefully it's not on the offense. Defense. And the Niners decided to decline the penalty because the receiver caught the ball. So there's really no need to accept it, as that expires the 3rd, and off we go to the 4th and final quarter, and the Niners have put up 10 points in that 3rd quarter. You really can't count them out of this game now. Well, we'll have to see if they can make it happen. 10 minutes to go in regulation from the 22-yard line. Niners are hoping for a touchdown here, and they almost throw an interception again. Trubisky a little too dangerous. And his coach was telling him after the last drive, be careful out there. Take care of that ball, because you have the ball, a chance to go ahead here and lead for the first time. And
Trubisky's pass intended for Brandon Ayuk.
You could easily throw that away, and it's 3rd and 10. For some reason, that was not a touchdown. Knocked away. And Robbie Gould's trotting on the field. They would rather trail by 1 than get no points here, and that's a good decision, because there's still plenty of time to go in this game.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Oh, that was almost blocked. But it is good. 23-24. A 1-point lead for the Raiders. We have 9:42 to play in regulation. If the Niners get a field goal next time on their next drive, they could take the lead, unless if the Raiders score here. And he decides to dive for extra yardage and gets it. 1st and 10 on his own 31.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The coach told Carr, don't be throwing deep passes like that, because you saw what happened on those 2 drives in a row. So I don't think Carr's going to throw a deep pass here. I think he's going to throw short ones, as there's an example of one. Waller, though, is stopped at the 36. And Kyle Shanahan on the sidelines getting antsy. He's like, guys, that's our 2nd field goal in a row after we scored a touchdown. Let's try to do better this time. And Carr feels the pressure coming for him and just throws it into the air, and it's incomplete, as it's 3rd down and 6. Carr getting antsy again. No, he throws it deep, but this time it's going to fall incomplete. 8:53 to go in the 4th. And another drive that the 49ers put up excellent defense on. This is going to have the Raiders bring out the punter, Cole III. Okay, so now from their own 32, 8:48 to go in regulation. What do you do if you're the Niners? Well, first thing you do is don't get too aggressive. If you have to take a field goal and take a 2-point lead, do it. Don't try to force anything that you're not going to get, because you could turn the ball over and not see it for the rest of the game. Practically. Or if you do see the ball, there sure as heck will not be a lot of time left. As, how about that? Excellent defense there to keep the Raiders away from Garoppolo so he could get that rush in. Or Trubisky, excuse me. Not Garoppolo anymore. But excellent job by the offense there. Trubisky throws on the run. And incomplete in the end zone.
Intended for Jerick McKinnon. Incomplete.
Now keep in mind, if the 49ers kick a field goal, as Trubisky's sacked, I'm so used to saying Garoppolo because he plays there in real life. 3rd down and 19, you got to at least get this in field goal range.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete.
Trubisky on the keeper. Incomplete. Intended for Kendrick Bourne. It's 4th
The
down.
Niners are going for it. Probably a little crazy, but on the run. Ayuk makes the play. And the Niners keep the drive alive on 4th down. Probably was not a bad decision, but not a good one either. I mean, what if they wouldn't have got it? That could have really cost them there. And like I said, they could have not seen the ball for the rest of the game until there was literally seconds left, and the Raiders probably would have scored. On the run, incomplete. Definitely not the Patrick Mahomes move.
Intended for Brandon Ayuk.
And Kyle Shanahan said, now if you have to get the field goal in, take it. No points, or points is better than no points, and they will be attempting that field goal with 5:56
Incomplete. Intended for
because that is incomplete. So what should have been a turnover on downs will result in a field goal attempt by Gould on 4th and 10, and the Niners lead for the first time in this game.
makes the score Niners 26, Raiders 24.
Okay, now the Raiders could take it down the field and take a 1-point lead with a field goal.
San Francisco.
Can they do it, or will the Niners hold them off? Oh, what a hit there. I'm surprised the ball didn't come out.
Richard on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Don't forget about Friday Night Football tonight at 6:30. Chiefs taking on the Falcons in Atlanta. Chiefs are 6-0. Could they suffer their first loss this week? Carr realizes he's in trouble, throws a pass to Waller, and it's caught. 2nd and 5. And the Niners know if they can just sack Carr, as that's a 1st down. How about that? If they can just sack Carr, they could probably guarantee a chance to put some more points on the board or end the game. Yeah, I think right now, if you get the ball back, you could probably end the game. But also, you got to keep in mind, the Raiders are looking to end your season right here. Because even if they do lose this game, unless if it falls into the category where I think it's going right now, your season may be over after this game, and that is tipped into the air and incomplete, so it'll be 3rd down and 4. And honestly, I think you get this tackle here. The Raiders know that they don't have much time left, so you already know they're going for it. You get the stop here, and then you can take the ball down the field and try to make it a 10-point game. Oh, here's Carr. Oh, he fumbled the ball. The Raiders jump on it, but it doesn't matter. And with 3:31 to play, the Niners have the ball on the opponent 30 and a chance to extend their lead. Now keep in mind, if the Niners get another field goal, they can't be beat by a field goal, but they could be beat by a touchdown. So I think right here it's touchdown. You gotta go for the touchdown.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Yeah. Like you said, oh, they're gonna get it too! Touchdown Niners!
Tevin Coleman, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
Keep in mind, still plenty of time for the Raiders to make a comeback. They could get a touchdown and a field goal in to beat you.
His kick is good.
So 33-24.
33. Raiders 24.
So it's actually a 9-point game, not a 10-point game. So 2:57 to go in the fourth. And the Raiders know that if they do lose this game and get upset here at home, they don't really have to worry because it's not going to affect their playoffs currently, because they would still be technically 5-2 if they didn't have the tie. But you come out here and you try to win games. However, though, we go to the Week 8 matchups, and the Raiders have the Falcons here at this stadium next week, so they're home again next week. Now, if the Raiders do get upset by the Niners, they got next week and the final 4 weeks after that of regular season to figure things out.
To Darren Waller. Out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
And that was a good call to get out of bounds by Waller. And the Raiders have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, as that's swatted away and incomplete. I think right here you launch one. You got to get a touchdown.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
It is touchdown or bust here. Go time for the Raiders. It's caught, and they're going to get a touchdown. Hold everything, because the Raiders launch one, and they get a touchdown with 2:39 to go in the fourth, which means they could pull off an unbelievable comeback if they really wanted to. And that kick is good, 31-33.
His kick is good.
If you're the Niners, you got to put this ball game away right now, because a field goal and touchdown and you trail. A field goal or a touchdown and you trail. A two-point safety would tie things up, though, for the Raiders. So I think their best bet is they're going to try to get the Niners back to their own end zone, and they're going to try to sack them. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Here's Trubisky. Doesn't have much time. Tries for Ayuk, and it's incomplete. You got to take as much time off the clock if you are the Niners right now. And really, you're going to want to punt it if you get to 4th down. You do not want to go for it, because if you turn the ball over in excellent field position, that's a walk-off field goal or touchdown for the Raiders.
A gain of 16 yards. And the 49er first down.
So you got to do everything it takes to put this game away, or make it practically impossible for the Raiders to get down the field in time. But with that big play there, that's questionable. Could the Raiders get a big play in and then call a quick timeout to set up a field goal attempt to win the game? But keep in mind, what if the Niners can get in field goal range? They can put this game away, definitely, because if they get a field goal, that's the ball game right there. I don't see the Raiders going 2 drives in a row down the field to score in time.
Mostert, the ball carrier. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Well, 3rd down and 3, and
3rd down.
we are getting there. And nice catch by Reed, and the Raiders know that they're going to be upset at home,
Complete.
but they're not really scared because they're still technically in the playoffs if the season should end today. And it's only a 2-point loss to the Niners. Unless they get a field goal, then it'd be a 5-point loss.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
Unless if the Niners get a field goal, then it'd be a 5-point loss.
Mostert again, the ball carrier.
3rd down and 1.
There on the tackle.
One more play, and
Gain on the play. Brings up
the Niners said they're just going to kick it. Flags on the play, 7 seconds to go. Offensive holding. The Niners are or the Raiders are going to accept that.
Still 3rd down.
A 61-yard field goal attempt to make it a 5-point game. The kick is up, and it is no good, and there's 2 seconds left. So that's good for the Niners, because realistically,
33.
it has to go to the end zone now for the Raiders. They got no time to call a timeout quickly and kick a walk-off field goal. It has to go to the end zone. If it does not go to the end zone, that's ball game. Which, as of right now, we're looking at ball game, because I don't think this goes to the end zone. No matter what you do, they call a timeout to discuss. 2 seconds away from a 2-point victory for the Niners. Could the Raiders pull off a miracle? Could we see the Minneapolis Miracle and call it the Las Vegas Miracle? Carr takes the snap. Looking downfield. Fires it for the end zone. It is caught! And the Raiders will win it. Unbelievable. And the Niners are upset by the Raiders.
49ers 33.
The Niners thought they had a walk-off victory, and Carr said nope. He launched that thing down the field with 2 seconds, and just what we were talking about, we just saw the Las Vegas Miracle right there. You were down 2 points, had to go to the end zone because you had 2 seconds left, launches it downfield, and he catches it for the touchdown. And how about that? They tied for 13 points apiece in the 4th. Unreal. I cannot believe we just witnessed that. Carr is going to have a good day after all, as he just potentially eliminated the 49ers from the playoffs. I don't think the defense is going to have a good bus ride home. I'm just telling you that right now. 1-6 now because you allowed Derek Carr to throw a deep ball. And they went to the end zone and scored. Let's get a final look at that before we call it quits. And this will be a halftime report. 49 yards in 2 seconds for the score. Look at this. So right there, 15. We're going to the back of the end zone. Right here. Alright, let me get this just right for y'all to see. Alright, right here. Watch right here. This is unreal. Nope. Alright, right here. Unbelievable. A 49-yard touchdown with 2 seconds left. And in reality, up here in the booth, as soon as the Niners kicked that intentional field goal to chew the clock, we're like, that's it. There's no way. It's going to take a miracle for the Raiders to come back, and Derek Carr's like, yeah, I got other plans today. I'm going to win this game with 2 seconds left in the fourth. I'm going to throw a 49-yard touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar. That was an unreal game, and we will see you back here tonight for Friday Night Football. And I bet you the Chiefs and Falcons were watching this one. That's going to be a good game as the Raiders improve to 5-1-1, and the 49ers fall to 1-6 in a game they thought they had won. That does it. So long, everybody.